Hello, I'm Richard Nongard with subliminalscience.com, and I've been in private practice as a therapist now going on almost 30 years. And I want to share with you 5 things that you absolutely must have in order to attract new clients to your therapy practice. These 5 things are essential for success, but when you get these 5 things and use these 5 things, you will be able to experience success and see new clients coming into your office, benefiting from your services, who then go on to refer other people to your services, and your practice will grow. What's the first thing you need? The first thing you need is not a business card. A lot of people think, before I do anything else, I need to get a business card. Business cards are small. Business cards get written on. Business cards are used to fold up pieces of gum at restaurants. And business cards get thrown away because so many people collect so many of them. Now, I think it's wise to have a business card, but the first thing you need is an excellent flyer. This is an example of an excellent flyer. It's one that I created years ago for my private practice, and I still use this flyer. It has great colors. It's got a picture of me. It describes the services that I provide. It has the contact information. Now, a lot of people say to me, where did you get an awesome flyer like that? I actually used a Word template from Microsoft to design this flyer. And I have filled it out with my own personal information, and I've posted it in our forum on Facebook. So if you go to icbchgroup.com, that takes you to our ICBCH group on Facebook, and there's a Files tab at the top. And if you just scroll down all those files, you'll find one called THC Black Flyer. And that's simply a Word document that you can open up. You can fill in your own information and then send it off to a cheap online printing company, or even print them off on your color printer, and use this excellent flyer to share your business with people. The benefits of a flyer over a business card is that people are actually less likely to throw them away. There's more space for a powerful call to action and to describe your services to an individual. It gives an opportunity for your picture to be on there of you or of your office, so they can see that it's a professional service in a professional setting. A flyer tends to be set on the desk or set with the other important papers rather than simply being thrown away. And over the years, I found that flyers have brought me far more business than business cards ever have. The second thing that you need are prices that are not the cheapest in town. People are not looking for a bargain on hypnosis. They're actually looking for the best person to care for them rather than the cheapest person to care for them. Now, I meet new hypnotists all the time who think, well, because I'm new in practice, I need to be less than anyone else. If you're less than anyone else, I guarantee you're getting less business than anyone else as well. My advice on what should I charge is this. You should find out what the other people in your area are charging for similar services, and you should price yourself at 10 or 20% above the average of the cost of services that others are charging. So if the low end is $100 and the high end is $200, well, you should be charging, let's say the middle is $150, you should be charging about $165 for your services. Now, people always ask me, specifically, what should I charge? That's often geographically dependent. It would be much higher in New York City than it would be in Abilene, Texas, for example. So I can't give you the dollar amount, but I can tell you you shouldn't be the cheapest person in town. And you need a price because people are going to ask you, how much do you charge for your services? And I meet a lot of hypnotists who say, well, I'm not quite sure I charge this person that. No. You need an established price, and you need to stick to it. And that price should not be the cheapest price in town. The third thing that you need in order to attract new clients to your practice is you need to have programs or packages of sessions that are offered together. In other words, rather than trading dollars for hours and seeing clients for single sessions, you need to be selling solutions instead. There are a couple reasons for this. One, it's just a much better business model from a cash flow perspective. But even more importantly than that, it's far more credible. You and I know that hypnosis is powerful. We know that a person can create an anxiety or a fear or a phobia instantly. We also know that with NLP techniques and hypnosis, reprogramming the subconscious mind, that they can actually leave that first session free of those phobias or fears or anxieties. We know that, but the client who suffered their entire life, they really don't find it credible or believable that, well, in one session, they're going to quit smoking after 30 years of trying to quit, or that they're going to overcome panic attacks on the highway when they've experienced this for the last 10 or 12 or 15 years. And so when we offer packages to clients, and I almost always offer my clients 3 sessions or 6 sessions, clients are more likely to take advantages of the services that we offer. Now, people say to me, if hypnosis can be effective in a single session, what do you do with those extra sessions? Let's take smoking, for example. My clients actually leave the first session a non-smoker. But that second session, 2 or 3 days later, gives me a chance to ratify the change that has taken place and to give them further suggestions that are going to help them move into a new chapter of life without ever relapsing. And that third session is a tremendous opportunity to help them explore and understand how applications of self-hypnosis can help them throughout the rest of their life. With my weight loss clients, I typically do 6 sessions with them. I typically do 1 session a week for the first 3 weeks and then move them to a once a month basis for the next 3 months. My clients love the fact that I'm going to be coaching them. In other words, I'm going to be crossing the finish line with them because I offer my services in the context of packages or groups of sessions. The fourth thing that you need in order to attract new clients to private practice is you need reviews. You need reviews on Google and Yelp and other local review sources. The reason why is simple. These websites rank highly in the search engines. Obviously, Google owns Google reviews, and Yelp ranks very highly in the search engines. So when people type in your name or the name of your business, it's going to pop up. And if there are 0 reviews, it's going to be a lot like going into a restaurant at 12:15, the height of the lunch rush, and only seeing 1 or 2 tables. It might actually be great food, but you're going to say to yourself, is this place any good? Nobody's here. If nobody's here, the conclusion is it must not be any good. And so you need reviews, because people are going to see when they Google hypnosis in your local city, they're going to see businesses and they're going to see reviews, and you need those gold stars filled out. Now, it's a major mistake to fill out those gold stars yourself and to create fake reviews. Those will almost always either A, come across as inauthentic, or B, penalize you in those services. But you can ask your clients who you've worked with successfully if they would take the time to leave a review about your services. And if you've done a good job, I can guarantee they're going to be willing to do that. And so when you have 2 or 3 people over the next 6 weeks or 8 weeks write a review, you'll begin to see those gold stars filled out, and your practice is going to look like a thriving business. And the result of that is going to be 6 or 8 reviews, and eventually 20 or 30 reviews, and maybe even 100 reviews reviewing the exceptional service that you provide. The fifth thing that you must have to attract new clients to your private practice is an exceptional, brilliant web page. Please do not use a template service like GoDaddy Tonight or Wix or some other page like that. The reason why is simple. Those template websites don't give you the opportunity to create the search engine optimization to really rise to the top of the pack. Creating a brilliant website using a WordPress platform that is fully customizable gives you the ability to actually create a website that has content and meaning, but most importantly is found by Google. So when people are looking for somebody to help them solve their problems, they'll be able to find you. In fact, the first opportunity that you have to help somebody is often to help them know who to call for help. And that's accomplished with a brilliant and excellent website. Now, I meet a lot of hypnotists who say, I wish I had a brilliant and exceptional, a wonderful website for my practice, but they don't know where to go. Here are some of the problems. If you hire a web designer who can create a brilliant looking page, they often don't know what content should be on that page. And if you use a template service, Some of those have actually been de-indexed from Google's search engines recently. What you need in order to have a brilliant website is either the time to do it yourself, following an excellent tutorial like Tyler.com, which gives you the opportunity to really build an exceptional web page for free, or you need somebody like me who's both an experienced web developer and clinician. And I build websites for other professionals that are brilliant and exceptional and communicate a powerful message. The good news is, if you're interested in my services, they're far less than the services many other companies provide. And I can build you in 1 week an exceptional web page for about $497. And that is about as good as it gets. But it's important that you have this, because your website is essentially your storefront. It tells people about the services that you provide and how they can benefit. And a well-developed, exceptional website can help you to attract new clients from the internet each and every day.